Hello, the gaming mafias. This is NecroStevo, and you're watching one of my narrated Pokemon Wi-Fi battles. Today's Pokemon Wi-Fi battle is a match that I had against Charmeleon from one of the Pokemon groups online on Facebook, and I was actually just running another. I really like this OU team. Um, those of you guys who watch my content know that I don't normally use full-fledged teams. I normally just bring random stuff. But this team has really good offensive presence while still having some nice defensive Pokemon. He starts out with Kangaskhan. I'm just going to leave Latios in to take the fake out. I did not expect that it would do very much. And then I'm going to switch out expecting maybe a return or a double edge or something like that. And he does go for a return. Rhinox can take that really well. And then I'll have a chance to set up my Stealth Rocks and maybe even do some damage to him with some Earthquakes. Now he shows me right here that he has Brick Break, and that's not really doing any damage at all, so I'm not feeling threatened at all by his Kangaskhan. I know that my Kangaskhan carries Circle Throw as its fighting type move, just to phase things out. And here's a situation where that would have been a little bit more useful. I went for the Stone Age there because I was expecting him to switch in his flying type, which we'll see that come in later. And now that he knows that I have the Stone Edge, I didn't think that he would use this opportunity to switch it in now because I might just Stone Edge again. And so it's a lot safer to just go for the Earthquake. So I'm able to take out Kangaskhan and get an early 6-5 lead. But early leads typically don't mean anything. It is nice to have my Stealth Rocks up this early in the battle though. He brings in Nidoking. I know that Rhinox can't take a hit most likely, but he surprises me as it is a physical Nidoking. And I was actually expecting to take an Ice Beam or something like that, which is why I just didn't switch in my Gengar. Seeing that he has Earthquake and he took some Life Orb recoil, I knew he might have Sucker Punch as well since he is a physical Nidoking. So I'm just going to go for the substitute, force him to go for Sucker Punch, and then that'll allow me to disable his Sucker Punch. I figured if he has Earthquake and Sucker Punch, his best move to hit me might be, I wasn't really sure, maybe Fire Punch. I didn't expect him to have special moves as coverage. He does have Ice Punch though, which is a little bit annoying because that will be able to break the sub. He can't use Sucker Punch though, which is great because I know I can take any move that he goes for. Unfortunately, while he's going for Sucker Punches, he's not taking any Life Orb recoils. He's going to keep on, while he's going for Ice Punches rather. So he's going to keep on using Ice Punch, and I figure, okay, I'm just losing HP by continuing subbing up. And so I actually thought, okay, I'm timid, max special attack, max speed. I might be able to finish him off with the Shadow Ball, but not having Life Orb actually bites me in the butt right there because he lives with maybe about 15% HP. And he's able to hit me with an Ice Punch, which sucks because I lose my Gengar. But that's okay. Now that I know that he's not Scarfed, I can go into Latios. My main reason in coming in with Gengar was thinking that he might be Scarfed, and I just needed to check because Nidoking is very commonly Scarfed. And then I just go straight for Dragon Pulse. Latios on this team is kind of just my revenge killer, even though it's not Scarfed or anything like that. It's the fastest thing naturally on the team, I believe. Him bringing in his Salamence right here leads me to believe that it's Scarfed. So it's going to be a good opportunity for me to go out into my dual screening fortress, set up some screens in his face. He just goes for the safe Dragon Pulse because normally Latios would outspeed Salamence, so if I was going to stay in, he would have KO'd me, most likely. But setting up some screens is going to be a nice way to handle this. And I don't really know what it is about Rhinox the Rhydon, but every time I bring him to a match, my opponent seems to always have a Rhyperior. So that's kind of weird that happens pretty regularly. I went for the Reflect, expecting him to bring in Rhyperior to go for Earthquakes, but it's just my luck that he actually has Brick Break on his Rhyperior as well. He goes for Earthquake to start off with just because that's stab that's going to be doing more damage, but after he sees me set up both screens, he goes for Brick Break. But that's actually okay because I get a free switch into my Thundurus. I thought he was just going to keep on Earthquaking. But that was a good prediction by him, expecting either a switch or just wanting to get rid of both screens instead of just one. But since he hit me the turn that they wear off, the damage is still cut in half for this turn. So I'm able to go for Focus Blast with Thundurus, take out his Rhyperior most likely. He did have a chance of living that if he were especially defensive, but just based on the fact that he had Earthquake and Brick Break and no Stealth Rocks or counter even, I figured he was offensive. Plus, some of the time, it's better to run Rhydon with Eviolite. It depends on what type of site you have. Scyther is going to come in here, lose half his health to the Stealth Rocks just because he's a bug flying type. I'm going to use this opportunity to use Agility. I didn't know what Scyther would hit me with, but I did know that if he used flying or bug type moves, even if they were Technician boosted, I would resist them. At this point, the only thing on his team that outspeeds my Thundurus is his Choice Scarfed Salamence, and so if I could get a little bit of speed behind my belt, I could outspeed his Salamence. This Thundurus does carry Hidden Power Ice, and it actually functions really well with Agility. It also works really well with Zoroark, who can also use Agility, and Zoroark can also use Hidden Power Ice and Focus Blast, so they're able to bluff each other's moves quite well. And in this situation, after the Agility, I am able to outspeed a Scarf Salamence, take it out with the Hidden Power Ice, and we're looking at, I think he has 2 Pokemon left, and I have 3 hits of Life Orb Recoil left, I believe. So it's just whether or not he manages to do a little bit of damage before I run out of HP. So a little miniature sweep going on here. I was hoping I could take out Gengar with the Thunderbolt. Yes, it is not super effective, but being a stab, attack, and just off of Thundurus' monstrous special attack stat, I figured that would do it. And it actually is able to do it. I managed to live 6 HP off my Life Orb Recoil. And so that was a quick, short match, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And if you guys did, be sure to sub to the Gaming Mafias, and be sure to come check out my channel for more Pokemon Wi-Fi battles. And you guys have a great day. Alright, bye now.